we get a lot of kudos, you know what I mean, for our routines and shit like that, and people who kind of stand out or be in the forefront of anything kind of overshadow the fact that there was other people doing this shit.
Oh, and yes, give them love because I love them too. But
so let me do that first because a lot of them are responsible for how good we are and for the way that we did our thing. Now the origin of these the routines came from TV commercials, cartoons, TV shows. Exactly. So
Gigantor.
A lot of them, you know, we experimented a lot. You know what I mean? And if you hear some of the early ones that never really made the cut, but you heard us do, they sound cornball right now. And you know what I mean? But we were trying to find ourselves. So when everybody else was doing the little sing-song, you know, things that everybody was familiar with and everybody knew, oh, that's the Gilligan's Island song. Oh, that's the F Troop.
We came to the
right.
You take out all MC.
Right. That's all that obvious shit, you know. Yeah. So I didn't, you know, I dug deep. So I went back to the 77 WABC. You know what I mean? In the morning and dug out the Barry Manilow shit and the Simon and Garfunkel shit, you know what I mean? And, you know, shit like that and put that shit to love rap. And it just, you can't do no sing-songy shit, you know what I mean? When I'm doing this and try and put it on, it's not on the same level. That shit is, you know what I mean? So we were inspired. I was inspired mainly to go beyond what other people were doing. So I was inspired by it, but it's like, nah, I ain't gonna do that, nigga. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take that shit here.
I remember hearing, my name is Jerry D, you're a JDL. I want to go to heaven before I go to hell. And then a Duracell. And then rock it well. Yeah. Oh, man, and that was to Rock It in the Pot. But see, I heard y'all flip them on different beats. Like I get different tapes. And sometimes y'all would do the same routine, but on a different beat. Like I'm like, wow, that shit still sounds good on that beat too.
There's only a couple beats that you can flip that to, and if they're the same tempo, but you won't get the same effect. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we can do our Rockin' in the Pocket routines off of Love Rap.
Right.
Vice versa. They'll still be dope, but they won't be the same. You know what I mean? They were written to those beats.
Right.
You know what I mean? So even though you can flip them on anything, they're specific to that particular beat and flow. That's why everybody gravitate toward Love Rap like that. I mean, you can shit on Love Rap and that shit'll sound dope.
That's why fucking Public Enemy brought that shit back.
And so many other people, and people don't realize Love Rap wasn't a break beat. Love Rap was a rap record.
That was a rap record.
First, that was a Treacherous 3.
Spoonie G the credit that no, that was a Spoonie G straight song. The other side was Treacherous 3 and Spoonie G with the We Rock and Don't Stop. But that's that Love Rap, that was straight Spoonie G. And dude was like 16 years old at the time, 16 spitting game, telling niggas don't trick on britches and all this type of shit. You know what I mean? It might lead yourself, but boy, you been led. Ain't no girl that messed look around, she asking for your money. You think she's cool, man. She thinks she's funny. Homie was 16 at that time. I said, God damn, how the fuck you know game like that? He said his uncle or some shit. He used to be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And they put him up on game and shit. I said, wow, that's crazy. So shout out to Spoonie G. Real quick before I ask you some more shit. Grandmaster, why were people coming up with terms like Grandmaster? I could only realize, but where was it coming from? Where did y'all hear that and you said, you know what, that's some fly shit to name myself?
The original Grandmaster, as far as DJing or hip hop is concerned, was Grandmaster Flowers. Grandmaster Flowers was the DJ that preceded the hip hop generation. And Grandmaster Flash got his title or name from Grandmaster Flowers. Grandmaster is not a name, it's a title. It's a level of excellence. You know what I mean? And it's, you can use it in different things. Golf has a Grandmasters. Martial arts have Grandmasters. Chess have Grandmaster. That means you the elite, you the top, you the best of the best. So when people were naming themselves, they try to name themselves something that kind of set them apart from everybody else. So you see the amazing such and such, or the original so and so, or the Grand Wizard, the Grand
Wizard, right?
Now, for me personally, Grandmaster Flash was the Grandmaster of the hip hop generation. And for me, what it meant was not his name. His name was Flash. His title was Grandmaster. And for me, that meant a level of excellence. So, and because he's the fastest DJ on the turntables. So one night I'm in the club in the Bronx. I'm having a party. And I'm cutting up this record back and forth. My man Disco Wiz standing right next to me. He urging me on. The crowd is starting to bug because I'm like, uh-oh, I'm cutting it. He's like, yo, faster. I'm like, oh, shit. He's like, faster. I'm like, faster. He was like, faster. Then he started going, Grandmaster. The crowd started going, Grandmaster. I was like, oh, shit. And it was like, I became a Grandmaster. Right. I reached the, you know what I mean? And from there, like I started calling myself that. I felt like I was anointed, you know what I mean, that night. And then I took off from that night on. I instead of being DJ MC Casanova Fly, I was Grandmaster Casanova Fly.
Wow. So wait, just to be clear though, do you feel like anybody that named themselves Grandmaster or Grand Wizard did it out of any Masonic influences?
Not that I know of. I don't think anybody was that woke or informed at that time to think about the implications of the name, you know, they were using or bringing upon themselves. You know what I mean? So no, I highly doubt it.
Right, because I think, you know, some people have said stuff like that in the past, and I'm like, you know, we may be reaching a little too far. These are just young kids that like just want to have an exalted name.
Exactly. I mean, because if you think Grand Wizard Theodore is a DJ, I mean, that's
right. Now Grand Wizard is in the
my little bro.
Well, that's in the Ku Klux Klan.
Exactly. That's
right.
But if we were thinking on that level, we would never call ourselves the, you know,
right. Like my own brother, Grand Poobah. I mean, for goodness sake, he was going after somebody on the cartoon on the Flintstones.
Right. But
it's a name, like it just sounded like the high exalted mystic ruler, like
right.